Eagles Youth Camp. How does the Eagles Youth Camp progress?
One of the things that the youth camp does for you is that it gives you that opportunity to link up with mentors and people that can, guide you and chart you in life. I was listening to John Maxwell a couple of months ago, and he actually said that whatever he is today, he owed it to a camp that he attended while he was a youth.
Most times everybody just think when it comes to the youth camp, all you see is preaching and preaching and preaching. It's not all about that. There are times when we have medical personnel. The doctor, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, you came with some medical personnel. They came, they checked BP, they told us some medical things and all that. So we really learned a lot. There was a time where maybe you invited an engineer from a technical school, and he came, and a lot of people came out. People who didn't have vision for their life before, they're like, wow, this is just beyond, this is not just Bible. We can go and learn some things from this technical school. We had a time, there was a time when somebody was invited to come and teach us about snaring, how to rear chicken, the chicks, and those things, all those entrepreneurial trainings and those things. So those are things that we really still benefit from the camp.
The fact that you're a Christian does not mean that you should not do exercises. So what we actually try to do in the camps is to make people jumpstart healthy habits. Remember, I used the word jumpstart. For you to live healthy, then you have to have a healthy lifestyle. When it's time for sports, everybody must do sports.
Whether or not I want to.
You have to.
Why?
The whole essence, I told you, the vision of the camp is to make you whole. Is to ensure that your spirit, your soul, and your body. Exercise is part of the key to healthy living.
Yes.
And as long as you're on this earth, because God cannot use you without your body, it's your responsibility to ensure that that body is at its best. And for that body to be at its best, then you need to do exercise.
There was something I saw in one of the camps. They call it Awake My Body.
Yeah.
At is it not at 6 o'clock or something?
No, 5.
It's
5.
5.
That's too late. The day has gone. Now, awake my body. Now, you will see that when we start the camp, some people are not used to rising early.
Yes.
So after 2 days, some people start having a headache because they are used to sleeping till 10 a.m. A young man, a young woman. And there's this motto, as now, so then. So if you are sleeping till 10 now, it therefore means that in the future you'll be sleeping till 10, you'll be a layabout. You see a lot of young people, they don't even have as much as the personal timetable. So when you come to camp, we'll make you see reason why as a human being you should have a personal timetable or a to-do list. Or a to-do list. We set goals and all those kind of stuff. What would determine the way you live, your lifestyle, will actually determine whether you will succeed in life or not. If I live with you for 1 week, I see the way you live, this guy is going somewhere. And there's how you will live. I say this guy is going nowhere. By the time you are waking up by 10 a.m. and as you are waking up, you just put on the TV, you just eat, you sleep, you watch, you laze around. So those are the things we want to achieve. Those 7 days. You don't have room for all that misbehavior. The core of the camp is discipline. Yes. And I would like to define discipline in a very simple language. Doing the uncomfortable in order to achieve the results or the goals I desire. You cannot talk about young people without music, and you cannot talk about music excluding the young people. It's not possible because they are the ones that dominate music anywhere you go. And there's a quotation by Adolf Hitler. He said, if I can get control of the music of a generation, he said, I will control that generation. But people take it lightly, the influence of music upon the young people. The truth is that my parents they don't really understand, they don't really come to terms with the challenges of my generation. And you know, it's difficult when you don't understand the challenge. There is no way you can help. All they can do is to shout at you, is to harass you.
Because they don't understand.
Because they don't understand.
Why is this person
But
behaving like this?
in the camp, the youths are able to encounter youths of their own age, of their generation, that understand their language. You know, because there is a communication barrier. Understand their language, and you know, these ones are now able to influence the other ones in how to overcome different challenges, be it sex, be it drugs, be it addiction to maybe masturbation, academics. Oh yes, very interesting. Yeah, we actually have people who are doing very well, and those people also come to speak about the secret. How am I doing well in school? They also, you know, share those thoughts with their counterparts in the camp. And to God be the glory. We want to thank God so much for the senior pastor of the Christian Brethren Church, who believes so much in the next generation.
Pastor Ladile.
Yes, and he's giving his all into it.
I think I have one of his books here. Which one? I think With You You Have Purpose and Choice.
Yes.
That is one book I really believe that, you know, would affect the next generation. You have it there with you.
Purpose and choice.
Purpose and choice.
Yeah.
You know, he really talks about the next generation in there. Not about what, how the choices we make, especially, you know, in our youth, in our young days, is going to really affect our purpose and the final outcome, our destiny. You know, that's one thing he really believes, and he's really been, you know, talking about. And I believe that's one of the things that brought up the camp, so that the young people can make the right choices. Is that the book?
Yes. Make the right choices.
Purpose and choice. Pastor Father Beladele.
Yes. Another one I would like to talk about, one of his books, which I like so much. It's called the Preparation Series. And actually the theme of this year's youth camp is actually anchored on one of the chapters of this book.
I see.
Yes, the pastor was challenging the youths of the nations. He went back into history and he talked about Isaac Newton, who at the age of 24, you know, discovered the law of gravity. And by 25, he had done all the discoveries. 25. He talked about Calvin, who joined the Reformation at the age of 21, and at the age of 27 wrote the Institute, which is actually the backbone of modern day theology. He talked about Alexander the Great, who at the age of 23, you know, protected European civilization from the attack of the Asians, and by the age of 30, you know, was ruling the whole world. He talked about William Booth, the man that started Salvation Army. He talked about Edwards, one of the foremost revivalists, and he said that all these people, he even talked about Martin Luther. Martin Luther actually started his Reformation at the age of 25 and became a leader of that Reformation at the age of 30. And he said, where are those kind of youths today? He called it youth. Those were youths with a mission. Youth with a mission. Yes, because the earlier, like someone said, we say youths are leaders of today. Go and check the old biblical accounts. Is it David? Is it Joseph?
Joseph was 17.
Yes. Is it Joseph? Is it Daniel? All of them started their leadership when they were young. The leaders are actually discovered as youths. If you are not discovered when you are a youth, then I don't know, because the statistics we have show that leaders actually emerge. Preparation series. Series. Our assembly, one of the mandates God has given to us is that we are to reach out and evangelize the whole of Africa. All right.
You can see that there is so much for us to discuss concerning the camp. But that's all we can do, talk. It's better to experience it. Sure. That's just it. I'm waiting for you at the youth camp. And for you mothers and fathers, aunties, uncles, guardians, don't let your young ones miss this. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. And I know that you want to see them grow up to be indeed youth with a mission. Youth that can go out there, change the world that we live in. God bless.